All right, here we go. First form. What's up, everybody? My name's Kurt Knoll. I'm completing this video as part of the First Form Athlete Search contest that they currently have going on. Just want to start out by saying a simple thank you. Thanks for taking the time to watch, hopefully. Taking the time to really find out about me and how I could potentially connect with First Form as a company. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, somewhere along the lines that I at least motivate somebody to create their own path, whether it be fitness, teaching, entrepreneurship, being a chef, anything, whatever your goals are. And I think this is great what First Form does because it lets you know that you can create your own path. Anybody that puts forth the effort will eventually get noticed because you'll eventually learn from your mistakes, your successes, and essentially make whatever you like doing, make it better, and you'll make it your own way. So just to start this off, I started my fitness journey at the age of 7, literally, and figuratively, just because my dad had built a fitness center when I was 7 years old, so I grew up in it. I didn't obviously start lifting heavy or lifting weights, but I understood, everything there was to understand about it. To this day, I became a personal trainer. So I essentially grew up in the gym, grew up in a gym wherever I was. And actually, a guy who opened up the gym with my dad was actually an Olympic strength coach, Dave Armstrong, who was their strength coach in the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. So pretty cool fact, all the lifts, all the specific lifts of squat, clean, bench, all those Olympic lifts, I really learned proper form from an Olympic strength coach. So that's pretty awesome in my eyes. But like I mentioned, I'm now a personal trainer, 29. I also do construction with my dad. We own a bunch of rental properties, apartments. And for the previous 5 years before that, I was a restaurant general manager. So, I couldn't be happier to have a 14-month-old son named Graham, and also another baby girl on the way named Reese Kelly with my wife Chelsea, and she will be here shortly. So that's something super awesome. A little bit about me. Just really blessed with this wonderful opportunity to be put in this position to even create a video for a chance to become an athlete. So again, with that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think I match up with First Form and the qualities of a company that they submit. So, it's funny. Last night I was watching the Payne Stewart Award ceremony. I like golf a little bit. Wish I was better, but I noticed, obviously he's a great man of character that we remember. He died over 20 years ago. But I noticed Coca-Cola was a big sponsor. This obviously has nothing to do with Payne, not taking it away from him as a person, but what really stood out to me, obviously that's a huge company. They have a lot of money, they have a lot of backing, whether it be good or not, whether you like Coke, Pepsi, whatever it is. But I got to thinking, it's not some mom and pop shop from down the road, that doesn't have a lot of money. And if I were to be associated with a company, it would be one that I would want to believe in. So, for it to be eventually, maybe say it would be Coke. That's not really a product I believe in. I know the benefits of Coke, which are slim to none. But I know how big it is in this country and how much it's pushed and that sort of thing. So bringing it full circle back to First Form, there's a lot of people out there that may not know about First Form, but those who are in the industry who do their research and find out, okay, they're super clean product, how they're manufactured, they're cold pressed, cold manufactured, they're not heated. Sorry about that. They're not heated up, so they don't lose a bunch of their nutrients. So that's another great thing. That I love about First Form, and why I think I'm First Form. It fits with my values. I really believe in a healthy, clean product. I understand what it does to your body. I understand the benefits of stuff like that. So that's something that really stood out to me. And that's what I think an aspect makes me First Form. and also two companies like First Phorm, they do the right thing all the time. I used to work for a bubblegum shrimp company, and one of their top 10 was do the right thing even when no one's watching, and be proud of your effort. And I think that's what First Phorm embodies. And I've also picked that up from working there, and it's kind of stuck with me. Oftentimes I'll, maybe pick something up at work, and there's a couple more pieces left on the ground of 2x4 wood, or more weights to be picked up around the gym. Because we all have those people in our gyms that just don't put their weights away. But I'll kind of look at one and say, hey, I could leave that there and get it next time. But, that's what character is. Do the right thing even when no one's watching. Be proud of your effort. Because in the end, you also ultimately feel better about yourself. Other people around you will notice, those type of things about a person. And it really goes a long way, even though, somebody may not all of a sudden just say, hey, great job, out of nowhere. It should also make you feel better inside as well. And you want those type of people to be around you. So if you're doing those things, maybe those people that don't normally put their weights away will do that. As I talked about being a restaurant manager for 5 years, I believe that, as a manager to a bunch of employees, how you treat them and how you empower them, really there's a connect on turnover, happiness, turnover, that sort of thing, the type of employees that you get, the type of people that you hire. So in doing that, as I was that manager, I connected with them on a human level, not to treat them lower than me, but to earn their respect and willingness to say, maybe mop the floor when I do it, Sometimes I would do it. And I'm not, patting myself on the back, but just like you tell somebody to do, you should be willing to do that as well. And so that's why I think, obviously with the CEO, Andy Frisella, starting from the bottom, starting his own supplement company, and taking years and years to really build it up, he understands what it takes to do that. And so he's not going to ask his employees to do this, and maybe he's never done it before, because he probably has done it before. And that's really cool. I really like the connection that Andy has with First Phorm. And so that's another thing that's one of the qualities that I have that really stands out to me, that I think First Phorm shares as well, or I share with First Phorm, I should say. And another, like I said, on terms of values, another reason why I think I'm First Phorm is I don't have to change my values and what I stand for. They seek out people who really have their own set of values, is really confident with them, does their own thing with them, and the company respects who you are. There's a difference, and I'm not going to be the first one to notice this, but there's a difference in Ashton Nordman and Derek Weeda. There's a personality difference between the two, but they're both unique in their own way, and they're both great at who they are, if that makes sense. So especially in this day and age where environments are so hostile, I know I can be myself no matter what. If I couldn't show you who I am as a Christ follower, and on this earth, that's obviously ultimately where my identity lies, is in that, then I would just be submitting a fake video to hopefully win a contest. And that's not what it's about. So with that said, also another reason I think I'm First Phorm is I'm not perfect in my approach, and I'll admit it. Knowledge is key. You can know everything about something, but also implementation. So I think a huge part of this company, what makes their athletes so good, is their willingness to admit that they aren't perfect. But also just how connected they are. It motivates them all to become better. I love this because as I'm making this video for you, I'm not taking a list of things I need to go start doing to say, hey, First Phorm put out this video and say, hey, this is what we're looking for from somebody that we want to represent our company. I'm not making a list to say, okay, I need to start doing this today, I need to start doing this today, I need to start doing this today. It's just who I am. So I'm telling you who I am, and ultimately I think that who I am as a person and who First Phorm is, I think we match up very well. So that's why I ultimately decided to submit this video. So, I appreciate everybody watching this, and just in wrapping up this process, I feel really good about it. I feel like I've already won in that sense. Even if I don't win, I've made a better person for myself. I've chosen better food choices to make my nutrition better, scheduled and completed my workouts more, been more motivated to better myself. Just in this search alone has made me better. So just thank you for First Phorm to allowing me to share this story and journey with you. And First Phorm, it's now in your hands to make the right decision. But, right, pick me. But in all honesty, I'm blessed with the ability to be able to even submit this video, to have a camera to do so, to have this time to live in this great country, with this flag that represents our great country, and for even a chance to become a part of this great team. Hope you take the time to watch. Really hope it does something for you, motivates you, helps you in some sort of way, that maybe you reach out to me, and I can help you in that way, whatever it may be. Again, thank you to First Phorm, and thank you to Andy Frisella for taking a chance on others to help them live their dream. See you later.